just like that, we're back. And welcome back to another Let's Unload podcast with your beautiful host, which is Sean. And that's me, y'all. Hey, y'all. And my girl, Miss Dina. And we are here to have the conversation. Now, I hope y'all done watched the past videos, okay?
Mm.
Y'all got to go in order. I need y'all to go in order, okay? And if you have it, I need you to go all the way to the back. Stop. Go on back. Start from the beginning. Can't start at the end of the book. You got to start from the beginning so you can know what's going on. Got to have an understanding, okay? So go to the beginning if you do not know. We are the Let's Unload podcast. Welcome. I am Sean. This is Dina, where we talk relationship, marriage, friendships, dating, you name it. We are talking, and we're going to sprinkle a little and a lot of Jesus in there at the same time, okay? I'm just saying, I want to let y'all know what y'all getting up front. Ain't no fine print you got to read over here. They big bold letters, all right? All right, you guys. So before we get into our conversation, y'all already know what to do. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to both of our channels. My channel is Deep Conversation with Sean, and my co-host channel is Journey with Dina. Okay, so go over there and subscribe to both of our channels. Be sure to hit that notification bell so when we go live and or drop videos like this or content, you will be notified. All right. All right, you guys. So we gave y'all we'll drop some nuggets on y'all.
Okay. Listen, we unloaded it.
We did. This is the Let's Unload podcast, okay? So we taking stuff out of our purse and putting it on the table, okay? So as we are unloading, we're talking about making yourself accessible, and we just finna tie this thing up in a pretty old bow. And this is the end of this week's series. This is the end, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure this is the end of our series. We started with wholeness and singleness by doing the inner work, happiness and singleness, redefining your future, and we're right here at the end where we are making ourselves accessible. So, Miss Dina, tie it on up in the buffaloes, friend. I'm gonna let you take us home. I'm gonna sit back and listen.
So everything that she said, what she said, is what we doing, right? So now we are ready to get back on the scene. I would say the gangster lean, but don't tell my age if I say that. So now we are ready. We have done the work. We getting out here. We mingling in some circles, keeping an open mind. And don't be afraid in self-sabotage and think of rejection. You never know. And one thing that I want to add that we didn't say was to be approachable.
Yes, that's a great one. Yes.
We have to be approachable, talking to myself, because that was one of the biggest things that I had a problem with because my facial expression, you're probably like, what in the world? But I wasn't even thinking about, I'd be thinking about a million things in my head. I may be walking, going somewhere. I'm on a mission. I ain't even thinking about all that. So just be approachable. Put a smile on your face.
Yep.
Because you never know what that smile may bring, right?
Yep.
Y'all know how to do it. Like, you look back like, yeah, I'm interested. Hey, come on over and say something. And even if it's not towards dating in that area, just be a smile as well because they might help somebody else out as well. So, but we doing that because we accessible now. We ready to mingle because we single and just be open. We're gonna be open to the process because it is a process, and we're gonna, like they said, it's an experience.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna let you know what you want and you don't want. Okay.
I want to circle back to that word rejection because we're scared of that word.
Yes.
We're scared of rejection. Rejection, stop making that a negative word. Rejection is a neutral word. It's neither negative or positive. I put it right there in the middle where it's neutral. And the reason why I'm saying that, because God's rejection, baby, is a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you like the 6'2" man with the muscles and he got the tattoos and all your, remember, we redefining our future. Just because he said, baby, this ain't got you nowhere but heartache and heartbreak. That's all it got you. So when you start getting some rejection, tell the Lord, thank you for the rejection. He's protecting you from something. That's what a man and a woman. We have a type. We know what we look like. God knows. He'll keep you in the ballpark. He'll keep you in the ballpark, but at the same time, I don't want us to, because a lot of times we don't do anything because we're scared that we will be rejected. The closed door means it's not a permanent stop. It's a pause. It's a this ain't the door I need you to walk through. Let me close and lock it, and I'm gonna throw away the key. I don't want you to go through there nowhere. So I just wanted to circle back around to that word rejection, because it builds up walls. We get all tense, we clench our teeth, we clench our booty all together and everything just by hearing the word rejection. And that is something for me, because that is something that I am, having to talk myself off the ledge as well. We get scared. We're scared, and when we hear that, we always do the, well, what if, but what if it go right?
Right.
What if it actually goes right? So even if it goes wrong, even if it's okay, the world did not end. Guess what? It is still spinning on its axle. It didn't tumble over. The sun's still gonna rise every morning. Every morning. It's gonna happen. So it's okay. The rejection is fine. Even if you find little shouted, fine, sir. If she turns you down, just say, oh, okay.
Don't be mean then.
Don't be mean. Don't be. Hey, that's why you're ugly. See, now you're going too far. Now you show how immature you are, and that you have not got to the point of being able to handle rejection. Okay. And every no don't mean a not right now. Oh, you know what story I think people should listen to? The Jess Whitney story. She was the lady, let me refresh our memory, that went on the Dear Wifey podcast and her wig fell off. Okay. That's her. And she's now newly married. And she went back on that podcast and she did another one. But anyway, they told their story on how they got, ended up in a relationship and then on to marriage. Whitney rejected that man, I don't know how many times. I'm not going to throw a number out, so I won't be lying. But she kept rejecting him. But a lot of her rejection came from her own personal fear. She was starting to self-sabotage something that ain't even happened yet. She had already made the story up in her head. She had already made it up that he just like every other Joe Blow and everything, but he was persistent. But he was persistent in a way that he wasn't overstepping boundaries. He was persistent in a way where he wasn't disrespectful. So I think y'all should go and listen to that, and it should bless somebody that is in the moment that's like, I really like her. And especially if God said that's going to be your wife or your husband. Sometimes he's working on the other person. He's letting you know. But he may be working on that man or that woman, and getting them work, because they may be doing the inner work. Okay? They may be at the point of where I'm having to be happy in my singleness.
Right.
They also may be to the point where, hey, let me redefine my future. And once they make it to that step, because you are already on the step of making yourself successful, they ain't made it there yet. Okay?
Okay.
But let me also add this. God ain't finna give y'all nobody's husband or wife. So if them folks are already married, you leave them people alone. And I said what I said. Now you jump off the porch for that, because that ain't your man. And that ain't your woman. God is not going to make a way for them folks. I don't care how in shambles that marriage is. I don't care. That ain't your, he ain't finna send you nobody's husband or wife, okay?
Well,
that's all I got.
That's all she got.
All right, you guys, we just wanted to give a brief recap on where we at to this point. Do your homework. Go watch that. I think y'all really enjoyed. Okay, so we usually come live. I think we're gonna take a week off. I think, but don't hold me to it. Let me go back to my girl Dina, because I think I got my schedule messed up. But I think we'll be taking some time off. So be sure, if you haven't caught up, use that time to go and catch up on. And if we'll take a week, we might be off a day. I don't know. We'll figure out the logistics at the end, okay? But in the meantime and in between time, take this moment to go back and catch up on the videos, do your homework, and we'll be back doing it all over again. We'll see you guys, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video.